Yo, yo, yo. Hi, everyone. It is Luna here. Today, we are going to be going over technically my One Piece card collection. We usually put it in this blue binder here. I had already pre-taken out the cards so you guys wouldn't have too much of a trouble seeing them, hopefully. And we might be able to put them in today. Hey, that's a little treat for you guys to see how I organize my binder. Especially with One Piece not being Pokemon cards. I usually do it by character. So without further ado, let me go ahead and show you out. I don't have any cards of Chopper, but Chopper is at the front of my binder as he is just the cutest little one there. And like I said, I don't have any Chopper cards, but I'm hoping that I do get more in the future. And then these three go into the first part of my binder, which is the very first page. And what I do is I'm trying to save this first slot here for the first iteration of Chopper's outfit. And then I have these ones for the last two at the closer bottom, and then right here in the middle I set that up like so. You guys can't really see it too well. Next up in the next pages I have Nami, mainly because I want to do a dual spread of Nami in the future, and Nami has a lot of cards and a lot of her cards are kind of costly, so I have more common cards for her, but the cards that I like nonetheless. I have this Nami, which is really cute. Then I have this Nami in her, I think this is her outfit from Alabasta, I believe. I think so. It looks like it. I could be wrong. This is Nami from when they are in Wano. Almost forgot. This one is another cute one. I think this is when they're at the elephant. I can't remember what it's called. I'll go ahead and slide that up a little bit. Next up, it has this little cute little Nami card. I think it's the same thing as Kaido, but I think this was like the earlier and then this one came in later. Then we have this Nami card, which is super cute. And I think this is from Film Red. I find that to be super cute. And then the original Nami with the Mikans. This one is in Japanese. And kind of how I organize this, I'll just put it here and then I'll organize it and I can show you. But basically, I try to keep these two at the top, and then I put the one that I like the most in the center, which is the Onami card. Then I try to frame it around like ones that fit together. Like these ones are all blue. This one's similar. So I'll move these two like this, and this is basically how my spread for my binder would look with these ones, and that's the spread there. Next person up I have that I end up putting into the binder is Usopp. And because I have to upgrade this One Piece binder because I don't play the card game, but I love One Piece and I love collecting things that make me happy, and it's one of those things I do. And Usopp is one of the characters I think I also don't have that many. I think out of all of those in the TCG, the least ones I have is actually a Frankie. Like, I have more of Brook, Chopper, Usopp than I do of Frankie. Next, I have regular Usopp, which I can just bring up so you guys can see. This is him in earlier seasons. Then we have him in Film Red in his outfit. Post time skip Usopp outfit. I think this is post time skip in one of the islands, I believe. And then the last card that I have of Usopp, I think this is when they're in Wano. And this is basically all of the cards I have of Usopp. And for how I organize this one, I don't really have a rhyme or reason. It's just more so it's like none of these are like my top favorite card. So how I organize it, it's kind of like this with post time skip Usopp, then one of them with more detailed arc, and then the most recent one here, and then the one with Film Red in the corner. After that, I have Brooke, and Brooke doesn't really, I don't have many cards of Brooke. So I am very, very sorry, guys. I don't have many of the skeleton man. As much as I would like to have more Brooke, I don't. My plan is to try to get some more and pull for packs for One Piece, but at the same time, I have Pokemon to worry about, and Destined Rivals is killing me right now in terms of cards, because I realized I actually had a lot more than I realized for Destined Rivals. I'll probably do Brooke and Frankie at the same time, because I only have 3 of Brooke, and then I only have 1 of Frankie. The first one is I have Brooke. I think this is Egghead outfit, I believe. I'm not too sure. There's Brooke. There's Brooke again, and I believe this is in Dressrosa. If I'm wrong, please do correct me. And then this one is in Punk Hazard because of the outfit he's wearing. And then for my Brooke, I usually just keep these ones to the side. My favorite card out of the 3 that I own for Brooke is this one. And they just go into the side here. And lastly, but certainly not least, my one Frankie card is this one with him and his pompadour. And it's one of my favorite cards, and it has a nice little hollow effect. And he just goes in the middle because he's the only card I have of Frankie. We go ahead and put these bad boys away. Go ahead and grab them from the bottom. Which one of the Straw Hats is one of your guys' favorite? I have way more cards that I kind of need to go through and like show you guys, but I thought I'd break them up so this way I don't show you guys all at once of everything that's in here. It's also because I have quite a lot, and it takes a lot of time to like prep to do these videos, and I might end up getting more cards. Like one of my friends, K Ryan, she promised me that I could have some of her bulk of her One Piece cards, and I'm still waiting to see that. Next is we have Robin when she was all Miss Sunday during Alabasta arc. Then we have Nico Robin here. I think this during his Fisherman Island and just pre-time skip, post-time skip. Nico Robin, pre-time skip. Then we have Nico Robin Film Red. Nico Robin during Wano Kuni. Nico Robin during the time skip. This is during the time skip, so it's just after, it's like in between, then we get to see her. And then we have Robin just from Wano Kuni. And how I organize these ones is this one goes into the this one is in the bottom corner. Then we have post pre-time skip. Then we have all Sunday. I have this one in the front because it's one of my favorites. And then I try to keep this one is fine, so I keep her there. And basically my plan of action for the Robin cards is like these 3 at the top, this one in the middle, and then these 3 at the bottom. Oh wait, what? Yeah, I do have more Jinbei cards. And then I had to double check. I was like, wait a minute, do I actually have more Jinbei cards than I have Frankie? Yes, I do have more Jinbei cards than Frankie. I think I have the same amount of cards for Jinbei as I do Brooke. I don't get a whole lot of Brooke cards when I am doing my One Piece gathering. Because the places I go for my cards, I usually try to buy bulk of the basic cards and then try to find the ones that I really, really like afterwards. So we'll see. Next up, I shall do Jinbei, which is, actually I have 4 Jinbei. Then we have Sanji, and then Zoro, and then Luffy next. All right, so first is Jinbei. First Jinbei card that I have, this one is kind of like a little bit of a hollow. Then we have Jinbei again. Another Jinbei. And then one of my favorite cards is this expression of Jinbei, which is super funny and super cute. How I have these organized is this one is going to be on the second row. This one's at the top. This one is right next to it. And then he's right there. So just these four necessarily in that order in this little L-shaped that's in my binder. This one is a 3x3 pocket binder, by the way, by Ultra Pro. So this is just a basic binder. Nothing too fancy here. I think my favorite Straw Hat has to be Sanji, though, guys. Just because I enjoyed the little cook. And just overall, I don't know why. I feel like I resonated way more with Sanji than I do with most people. So, for me, my favorite Straw Hat is, it goes, obviously, okay, technically you can say my favorite is Luffy, then it goes Sanji, then Zoro, then Nami, then Chopper, then Brooke, then Robin, then Frankie, and then lastly Usopp. I don't have a dislike towards Usopp. I just feel like he's not one of my favorite characters, I could say, with all. If I had a choice, I'd probably, me personally, I wouldn't have gone that way with a lot of things. I'm just gonna leave it there because I feel like I'm gonna dig myself in the grave. First is we have Sanji in the Alabaster when I think he's fighting Mr. 3. Then we have Sanji here. Then I believe this is Fishman Island Sanji and the Japanese card. I have these ones in how I have them in my binder. It goes these in the row. Then we're going to skip to the bottom row. So my ones in the middle are super cute. They're like my favorite. If you're wondering why I have two cards in this one sleeve, they're both the same card, and I just haven't gotten around to taking it out. Next is Wano Kuni-san Goro. He goes at the bottom. Next up, I don't know which Sanji one. This is from Film Red. Okay, I was right. It says Film at the bottom. So this is Sanji from Film Red. He goes right here in the middle there. Then I have this nice little holographic Sanji card. This one's not my favorite card, but it does go right here. Oh, it actually goes here. He goes right there in the corner. And then lastly, I love this Sanji card. It's my Sanji card gold holographic card. It's one of my favorites. It goes right there, smack there in the middle. And this is during the whole cake arc, which is my favorite for Sanji. Because, you know, it centers around Sanji and his backstory, you know? I can't say more than that. I just like having Sanji in my life here. So let me go ahead and put these bad boys away. Next up, I would like to preface this, guys, that the next page is technically Zoro, and he's being dedicated to having a double page currently because me and Nayo both love Zoro, but Nayo loves Zoro to like a bajillion to like none. And so she decided to collect nothing but Zoro cards. So we have a dual spread waiting for Zoro to get more and more cards because we haven't really picked up a lot of them, but we still have a lot of Zoro cards. I feel like I think I have more Sanji cards than we have Zoro cards, but at the same time we know that we're going to end up buying a lot more Zoro at the end, I think, instead of Sanji. Alright, next up is Zoro, just a regular card. I think this is post time skip. We have Zoro from Film Red. I usually put him in the corner. This is the Zoro from Egghead arc. I put him right there. Zoro post time skip, he goes right there. We have Zoro from Dressrosa, which I put here. And then lastly but not least is pre-time skip Zoro, and he goes up in the corner with them. And that's kind of how we lay out the page currently. When we get more cards of Zoro's, we're planning on making it as 2 spreads going across all 18 pockets. But this is the current pocket set that we have for them. For him, I should say. I'll go put these in here as well. Okay. And if we go back just one page next to Sanji's page, because we don't actually have a whole lot of Luffy pages, Luffy as well, they go beside each other. And he goes in between Sanji and Zoro. And these are my Luffy cards. We have post time skip Luffy. Post time skip Luffy, and they go side by side like so. Then I believe this is Luffy during Wano. No, it's not during Wano. I think this is during Film Red. It doesn't say that it's from Film Red, but it's from one of them. And then our next step is that this one is from Film Red. See, I knew I had a Film Red card. I have most of like the Film Red when they're in their outfit. These two go beside. Then, but technically, these two go here. And in the middle, you guys will find this to be very funny. But I have Gear 5, which goes right here. This Gear 5 Luffy, let me just so you can see it better up close. That one goes right there. And right there, smack there in the middle is this hollow Gear 5 of Nika or Luffy card that goes there. And this is my set for Luffy that I have in my binder currently. I'll go ahead and slide these there. That's all I really have to show you right now. I'm going to be showing you guys way more of my One Piece card collections. I decided to like put them into chunks like I was saying at the beginning, just so they're more digestible pieces for you guys, so you guys can enjoy them as much as I enjoy putting them out. And as we're getting into it, I'm gonna just go ahead and show you the top, the middle. So this is my Zoro page, like I said. This is the Sanji page. Sliding over this way is our Luffy page here. I'll put him back in all the way. Then we have over here our Robin page. Then our Jinbei spread here. Next up, we have just our one Frankie in the corner, our three Brooks on the side. Next is our Nami spread. Then over here is our Usopp spread. Then we have at the very front end our three choppers. That's how I have them organized. Trying to avoid the glare there. But that is our page. And that's all we have time for. This is all in our One Piece blue binder here. That I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. This has been your Captain Luna saying goodbye for now, my dear crewmates. I will see you guys all in the next card video. Bye-bye.